Hi, guys. Today I want to talk about three famous films and how their titles changed around the world. When a movie travels abroad, its title often changes. Sometimes just a little, sometimes so much that you would never guess it was the same film. Translators have to balance meaning, style, and local culture, and every choice shapes how the audience sees the film before they've even watched it. Today, let's look at three iconic titles that turn out to be trickier than they seem: Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, Guy Ritchie's Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and Martin Scorsese's The Departed. When Pulp Fiction came out in 1994, it transformed independent cinema, won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, and cemented Tarantino's reputation. But its title is almost untranslatable. In English, pulp has two layers of meaning: literally, the soft part of fruit, and culturally, the cheap rough paper used for early 20th century magazines filled with crime, action, and melodrama. The phrase pulp fiction perfectly captures those sensational lowbrow stories, but with an ironic, stylish twist. Translators had to decide: keep the cultural reference or replace it with something familiar.
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? Yes!
Turkey chose cheap novel. In Arabic, it became cheap fantasy, shifting the focus away from crime. Russia went for criminal reading, which keeps the crime element and the cheap literature feel. China took a bolder approach with vulgar novel, giving it a more scandalous tone. So yes, Pulp Fiction was tough to translate, but at least in most cases, the core meaning survived. With some films, even that proves to be a challenge. Take Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Guy Ritchie's debut film in 1998 introduced his trademark fast cuts, witty dialogue, and London gangster charm. The title plays on the old British expression, lock, stock, and barrel, meaning everything or the whole lot, and then adds two smoking barrels for a punch of violence and energy. The problem? Most languages don't have that idiom. France turned it into scams, crimes, and botany, referencing a marijuana subplot. Germany created a local pun, Jack, Queen, King, Ras, mixing card ranks with slang for weed. China kept it simple with two big smoking guns. Brazil went for games, tricks, and two smoking barrels. And Japan kept the structure but wrote it in katakana, preserving its foreign sound. It's worth noting that tricky translations aren't limited to long, wordy titles. Sometimes even short titles can be a real challenge, especially when they carry hidden layers of meaning. Scorsese's thriller finally won him the Best Director Oscar. The English title, The Departed, is a formal way to say the dead, but in the film it also hints at people who have crossed the moral line. The double meaning rarely survives translation. France and Spain went for The Infiltrated, turning it into a straightforward undercover story. Germany added a subtitle, Departed Among Enemies, to make the genre clear. Russia chose The Defectors, focusing on betrayal. Hong Kong went with Infernal Affairs, Storm of Deception, where the first part means a Buddhist term for the lowest hell with no escape. Also, the title of the original Hong Kong movie, Infernal Affairs. The second part means wind and clouds, an idiom describing turbulent, dramatic events. So the title directly ties The Departed to its source film while adding an epic, suspenseful tone. These examples show how film titles are more than just words. They carry tone, cultural weight, and marketing power. Translators face constant trade offs: stay faithful to the original, adapt it to local culture, or invent something entirely new.
Just fucking kill me. Just fucking kill me.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little journey through movie title translations. And now I'm curious, how are these three movies translated in your language? Drop your answers in the comments. I can't wait to read them, and see you next time.